Hello, everyone out there. This is Dr. D, and this is the Women's Circle, the door of many colors. And we have special guests. I know that I was getting a lot of emails, so I apologize. Saturday is my day to shut down. I promised myself that Dr. D, would start taking better care of herself. So on Saturdays, I did answer some, but I didn't check to see if some people got the time. So we were having Dr. Valentine. She's going to do a yoga segment for us, which is very good. And she's going to be with me doing a cooking segment, she said. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to take it as it goes, as my friend and my really beautiful friend said, is retrograde. But as you guys know, I don't believe that. It is what it is energy what it is. If you make it work, you make it rock. It all depends on how you want to do it. But y'all also know that I've been known to shut down radio stations and electronics for emotional for about people that's been following me about 15 years. So that is just, it is what it is. My computer said, you know what? You need to get a new one. And I said, you know what? We're going to make it rock anyway. You're going to just do what I want you to do because I'm that powerful. And I stated that I am a God, and because I'm a God, I can make things happen. So I'm gonna keep believing in that. No, not believe that I am what I am, what I am. I am a God. So because of that, I can create any reality I want. And that's my goal to you for this show. The Women Circle of the Door of Many Colors. The reason I chose it is because the door opens to many ways, many pathways, many understanding, and many connections. So I want to introduce my guest and let them know, who they are. As you guys know, I'm Dr. D from Food Alchemy Network. I am the CEO. I am also known, AKA, as the food alchemist for many years, and that is gone and done. And now, like the Phoenix, I am a doctor and metaphysician parapsychology and do amongst of many works of metaphysical. So I want to say blissful awakening to everyone and blissful arising to my guests. So the first one I'm going to have introduce herself, Goddess Shanice Johnson. And I met her a long time ago. She is how I met Mama Oracle, who y'all know is my adoptive mom. So here we go. I'm leaving it to you, my love.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Dr. D. I love that the whole colors of mini door. I love it. 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 I am Shanice Jones, intuitive healer, Reiki master, master life coach, and Tao Healing Hands healer. I talk about energy. I talk about frequency. I talk about vibration because we are all energy, frequency, and vibration first and foremost before we manifest into this thing called the physical life. Everything came from energy, frequency, and vibration. And with that said, you can heal your life. You can heal your emotions. You can change it. Just like Dr. D says, you can create your life. You can heal your life on all levels. Energy. I'm sorry, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. They all have to align. You can't heal the mental and not heal the physical. You can't heal the physical and not heal that mental. When all four are healed, you are in alignment. You are living a balanced, healthy, happy life. And I help you get there. That's what I do.
Okay. Goddess Carol, you're next.
Okay, I'm Caroline. I live in Belize in Central America. I am a yoga teacher, have been for 20 some years. I am a massage therapist, and I would say I'm a mystic. I've studied many different systems. I was for about 10 years following the medicine path in Phoenix. It's called the Deer Tribe, Métis medicine, and attended mystery school. A lot of stuff actually. So I'm totally on the page with you guys. We are all gods and goddesses, and we create our own lives. And in order to be able to realize that in ourselves, that we can actually do that, we have to clear out all of our trauma, our personal trauma, our inherited trauma, our ancestral trauma. Um, and one of the people that I follow likes to talk about the trash bags. When we were born and we entered this body, we could hardly get in because there were so many trash bags of trauma already there in our DNA that we inherited from our ancestors, a collective trauma, and all these things. So our first job in realizing ourselves as creator beings is to clear out those trash bags of trauma so we can actually get in the body. So that's me.
Okay. Blissful Awakening Queen Mother Goddess Opulence Ra Nutter. How are you, my love?
I am so grateful to be here with you beautiful beings of light and powerful goddess energy. My heart is filled with Mama Goddess vibrations. And that's what I have evolved into, Queen Mother Goddess. I am recognizing that what I do primarily at this time is, well, I'm a creatress first and foremost, recognized and yes, magnified in that expression. But I help those to remember that they are not motherless. I bring them back to the mother that lives within them. Many of us have felt disconnected from our mothers of the earth. It's amazing that that can happen, being that we're connected through the umbilical cord, but yet and still it happens because of various things. Perhaps the plan of life was all about bringing us back to the first mother who planted the seeds inside of us to acknowledge her, to magnify her, and to commune with her, and to remember that we are never alone. So that at this point is my, and I think it will be from here forth, going forth, unless something more powerful, meaningful comes forward for me to do, that is my mission. And in the process of doing that, the channeling of various goddesses, helping those to awaken that goddess energy within them, remembering of our powers and our greatness, and to be free, to be free and fly abundantly and opulently on our journey on this earth plane and beyond. Namaste.
Namaste. And I want to say Mer.
Mer.
Mer from you, me. So for you guys that don't know what Mer means in Kemet, love. And I used to develop a saying back in the day. When I greeted someone or left them, I would say love, light, and longevity and much abundance. Because I studied Kemet, that's how I came up with that. I really appreciate all you lovely ladies for coming out and being on my show today. And what the topics is about health, our health. Um, I'm finding a lot of us, because we're nurtured, we're really not taking care of ourselves, body, mind, or spirit. Something is always neglected. We're always giving. We're giving more than we're getting back. So we're feeling, some of us are feeling depleted because we give so much. And then when you get so used to giving, you don't know how to take when someone gifts you. And it was a grand old saying, don't block my blessing. And I was like, what do you mean don't block your blessing? Someone offers you something, accept it, and you say thank you. Don't be on a defense, or accept it gracefully. And some of us, it takes us a while because we're so much doing so much that we don't even know how to take that. Or if someone gives you a compliment, these are things that I'm observing. You say, you know what, sister, you look beautiful. You know what, sister, you did a fantastic job, with nothing malicious intent behind it. Intent. Some of us can't take a compliment. We don't know how to, because we got these shields up and they're so tight that we can't let anything penetrate because we think everything is going to harm us. So that's why, another reason I want to talk about health and the body, the mind, and the spirit. And Queen Mother, I'm so appreciative. Her, as well as my adoptive mom, were dancers, and she's still a dancer and still moves with the grace and the ease and the beauty. If you could see the video she did of her dancing, I was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to be there. I want to be there when I get in my full essence of accepting the love of myself. I want to be free to be able to do that too. That thing, I want to do that too, they used to say. I want to do that too. So I embrace all my elders, the information, and even my younger sisters. I embrace the information of what they're getting in the feedback. So I want to say, Queen Mother, what would you say for those sisters out there that are needing that love but don't know how to take a compliment?
Get over it. if, if someone takes the time to tell you, I like that dress, or your hair looks lovely, they've taken time out of their energy to give you a blessing. Receive it. And when you give a compliment, believe it. Don't just say it to be saying it. My saying that I was feeling the energy here from the beautiful energy, that was real. I could have said a lot of things.
Mm,
But that's what my spirit called me to say. And in terms of my movement, though, in terms of the compliment that you gave me, I met a old dude. He was like 96, and I'm 73. I was at the eye doctor, and I heard him talking, and he said, "Oh, I'm an old coot," and blah 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 blah. When he came into the waiting room, he walked in there. He had like Nike sneakers on. He had so much pep in his step, and I said, "Okay, what's up?" He said, "Here's the deal." He said, "Don't hang around with old people. Keep moving and stay around young people." Well, there is a whole lot of potency in that, and those things are available freely. You can exercise if you're in a wheelchair, if you're laying up in bed, sick. You can exercise through visualization. You can move, see your body moving. The young children, if you don't have any around you when you go in the grocery store, they're there. Tap into that energy for those moments. So yeah, a compliment is a way of the first mother giving you, charging your energy up. Receive it. Expect them. And if nobody's giving them to you, you know what? Give them to yourself. And then you'll become accustomed to receiving them because there's no guarantee someone's going to give them to you. Speak to yourself. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay. Goddess Shanice, you're next.
Repeat the question again, please. Mother Queen said, "Oh my God, it was."
It's powerful, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
how do I go after that? That's why I'm glad I went first.
You know. Okay. Repeat the question, please.
Okay, the question was a lot of young women that I've like, seen in passing can't take a compliment. Like you look beautiful. Or pay another sister a compliment without it being that's just the vibration that they've come from. And that to me is just hurt. So what do you say to a sister out there that gets a compliment or can't take a compliment?
For the sister who can't having an issue with taking a compliment, I ask her to open, open, open to receiving. I mean, like Mother Queen said, sometimes you have to get over it, and it starts with you. It starts with you and what you're telling yourself. If you're always telling yourself, "Oh well, I look this, I look that," when somebody throws something at you like that, you're not going to recognize it because you're telling yourself. So you have to start with you first and change that self talk. When you change that self talk in your mind, in your heart, you will be more open. If you're used to telling yourself, "Girl, oh, you're a badass. You did that," and patting your own self on the back, if somebody else throws it at you, you're not gonna have a problem with it. To the chick that thinks she all of that, too much ego going on, I don't. Again, it starts with you. I haven't been on that end where I just think, yeah, my ego was too big. I've been on the other end of the spectrum where I couldn't take one, and like for me, it was changing my self talk, talking to myself better, so I can be open to accepting other people's compliments. But if you can't give your own self a compliment, then it starts with you, and you have to change that self talk. That's my observation of that.
Thank you. Goddess Carol.
Yeah, hi. There's something I've recently become aware of more clearly is that there is a program that's plugged into us in our cultures, and it's the self-hate program. And we're taught it from very young. We're taught to always put ourselves down, never blow your own trumpet, as they used to say when I was a child. And I think it's gotten much, much worse over the last 50 years or so through television and programming young people. So today you have children of 6, 7, 8 years old worried about how they look, which is totally unnatural, because this self-hate program is coming to them through the media, through television, through all these ways that exist today to program us that didn't even exist when I was a child. And we have to, personally, I had to do this for myself, is really stop, because it goes like, it's like this thing in your mind constantly, this self-hate program going, and you really have to catch it, and you have to catch it to identify it. Catch yourself when this dialogue is going on in your head, and realize what you're doing. That this is actually a program. It's not you. It's not your essence. It's not who you are as as a divine expression of source. And so it was, I went through, a thing where I used to not be able to take appointments. I didn't even believe them. I mean, truly, I did not believe them. When I first became a massage therapist, which is almost 30 years ago now, this was the kind of mental state I was in back then. Um, People would tell me, "Oh, you have healing hands." And I would say to myself, this was my inner dialogue, "Oh, they're only saying that to be nice." I mean,
Mm.
it's crazy, right? It's insane. And eventually, I had enough people had said that to me that, common sense said to me, "Well, why would they be saying that if they didn't mean it? Why would they even bother to say that if they didn't mean it?" So I had to accept, that I had this ability, that I had healing hands. And that was actually quite hard for me because I had the dialogue going that I was, I was this and I was that, not worthy, the whole worthlessness program going. So it's not easy to deprogram it. And in order to deprogram it, you really have to become aware of it. You have to see it for what it is first. As long as it's just like under the surface of your mind, it's unconscious and it's just going on, yeah, 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 all the time, never shuts up. You have to
Right.
bring it up into the conscious mind and realize what it is, name it, and say, "Get out of here. You're not me."
Okay. I
So
like that.
that's what I would say.
Okay. I like that. That's beautiful. Um, as you can see, I'm working two cameras. Uh, I know somebody else wants to come in, but I'm trying to make this only a men's only. The first show we had two people, two men, that were on, and they're trying to get in, and I'm letting people know. Uh, oh, oh gosh. All right. This is what happens when you wear so many hats. So my next thing is before I go on, this is like I said, to an hour, like 10 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock we have another session and doing some exercise and what have you. Guys following along. So my thing is, how do each one of you stay healthy? Okay, one for your mind, one for your body and your spirit. That's what I need. Three answers: body, mind, and spirit. How do you stay healthy? We're going to give Carol.
Okay. Well, I stay healthy in my body by following my intuition about what I eat. I don't listen to anything about, well, you mustn't do this and you shouldn't do that and don't do this and this is wrong and then that's not right and all this. I just follow my intuition, what my body is telling me it needs. And that is probably, well, I'll tell you the truth, it's completely and totally politically incorrect. Because all these fads and diets, that's what they are. They're just fads. Somebody made them up, and is if it doesn't agree with your body, you're going to create problems for yourself. I do have great faith in Chinese medicine, and the theories behind Chinese medicine I think are fantastic. But down here in Belize, I don't have access to a Chinese doctor anyway, so I have to do it for myself. So I basically listen to my intuition. Um, my spirit, I keep healthy because, bottom line, I have a practice. And I always felt like, well, this is to like keep me honest. I do my practice, which is actually Kundalini yoga, which you might think was physical, but I mean it is physical, but it's more spiritual. Just by doing that on a daily basis, I feel like that it keeps me honest. in the sense of not becoming carried away. Um, in spirit, you can get carried away spiritually with grandiosity if you're not careful. That's always a thing to watch out for. So that keeps me honest. And then mental, I just keep my mind busy. I mean, I give it things to do, like because I'm getting older now, and things like remembering things, um, which I have to admit I was always like when I was young. But just to keep my mind alert and awake and aware. Well, I read all the time, and plus I just do mental exercises like doing puzzles, which I enjoy very much. And basically, whatever practice you do, you have to enjoy it, because if you're not enjoying it, sooner or later you won't do it. You have to enjoy it, and that will make you want to do it. If you set yourself up with a practice or something you decide to do, and you don't really like it, you don't really want to do it, you won't. You can't force you can only force yourself a few times. That you can't force yourself constantly. It's like you're creating a war inside yourself, and you will be the loser. So I guess that's it. Yeah, that's
Okay. Queen Mother.
Well, I was guided to speak of Viola Fletcher and others of that magnitude. She's 107 years old. She's a survivor of the Wall Street, the horrendous um, trauma of Black Wall Street. Inspiration is one of my of elders, and I'm so grateful that they are elders. 107 years old. I looked at her. I said, "Oh, please." And she said one of her secrets is no longer a secret. She eats onions now, raw. Take it or leave it. I looked at her and I said, that's something worth looking into because the proof is in the pudding. Another inspiration is the Ernestine Shepherd. She's 80 something years old. Fly. So for my mental, I'll dare say for there's another one too. She's a little bit younger. Chef Barbette that comes to mind. Um, for my mental, I'll say, beyond doing a lot, having a lot of gifts and a lot of interest that I'm good at or learning to be good at, um, inspiration from others who have paved the way and are demonstrating through example. So if I find myself on the physical, falling off the horse or the bike, and I'm going bike riding soon. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't done that in a long time. You can rent these bikes and park them. I'm so excited about doing that. I looked at some roller skates the other day in the secondhand store, but they were they were different than the ones that I used to use. And I got on them and I said, nah, I think I won't because I might fall, and I don't want to do that right now. But doing things like that, and of course dance, and the spiritual is more and more and more of the self-talk because I've gathered information that I've acquired, pro and con, and talking to myself and remembering that the voice that is most important is my voice. And what I say to myself and how it feels when I hear my own voice to myself, and opening up again to singing and poetry. And I do YouTube and the other platforms. I think I kind of covered everything, but I wanted to definitely put focus on Viola Fletcher. I even wrote her name on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget her. She's something else. Oh, her spirit. She is a inspiration, and she's articulate. She didn't look like she had any trouble walking, talking, thinking, being. So if I had a place, which I may create one, and I put pictures on a wall, to go into for the purpose of inspiration. Yeah, the goddesses of old and the living goddesses of myself and her. Because I'm thinking about her. It's just I'm charged up. Anyway, that's that's what I have to say about that. And a smile, a smile, smiling more. I require more of that for myself because it's got something to do with wrinkles. Okay, you got them, I got them. I don't care for them. So therefore, I must smile more, more, stretch, stretch. Yes.
So I'll go ahead and go and let you figure. Okay. um, for me, starting with the spiritual, I'm big on meditation. Meditate, meditate, meditate. I'm also about balance. Um, I'm not perfect at it. I do fall off, but I do get back on. When it comes to the meditation, um, to help me connect with the source, God, Allah, whatever you want to call this, awesomeness, um, that's helping us, that's with us all the time. That's what I do for my spiritual, my mental, um, chanting, um, also to learning. I'm really, really big on learning. Right now, I'm learning about qigong. I'm, I'm, I'm just like Caroline. I'm big on traditional Chinese medicine. I feel like they've known for centuries. They've been known about this whole health thing and how to live longer and stuff like that. But I'm studying qigong, staying away from negativity, um, staying away from the news, anything negative. Um, Positive self talk. Like I said, I'm really, really big on self talk and what you're telling yourself because you're all your whole body, from your body to your mental to your emotional, everything, your organs hear what you say. So if you keep thinking that you can't do this or you're too tired, guess what? Your whole body's gonna fall in place on that eventually if you say it long enough. So I'm really big on the self talk and thinking positive thoughts, staying away from the um the news and everything. As far as my body goes, moving, I am learning now that you have to move this body, and if you don't, it will let you know. It will let you know. So definitely moving, doing something that you love to move. Me, I was about to do the skate thing too, but when I had the issue, yes, when I had the little issue with my body, I was like, I'm not getting on skates right now. But the bike thing, I could definitely do the whole bike thing. But doing stuff that you love, moving, dancing, I would love to do some dancing, definitely. Like learn some real moving up the hips type thing, but finding out where that lies. Because like Caroline said, if it's something that you look at it as a job or something that you have to do, you're not going to do it long. So find something that makes you move, that you want to do every day. That's what I'm focusing on now. But that's for my mind, body, and spirit. Ashe, did she leave us? think she did. I think she was having issues with the sound.
Oh, right, she's gone, hasn't she? Disappeared.
Yeah. Queen Mother, it's good to see you.
The same to you, for sure, for sure. And to now have a connection in Belize. Yes, I'm looking to travel extensively in the very near future.
Okay. This is I have two cameras going on, and so I can't get an echo. Uh, so what I'm going to do is have this phone in here and talk from the other one. Is that okay with you guys?
It's
So
working.
just try to. I'm trying to make this work.
You are. You are.
So I'm going back. So my next question, ladies. Now that you told me about your health, mental, body, and physically, tell us how you got into your vocation, if you will, your career of choice, and how it affects your body mentally, spiritually, and physically. So I'm gonna let you go first, Goddess Shanice.
Okay. um, my
Mhm.
prayer choice is I love to chant. I'm big on chanting. How I got into my profession. Ooh, I always tell people Star Wars because it when I was a kid and I watched Star Wars, it was just something in me that told me that we can do that. It that it's possible. It might not be possible in this day and time, but somewhere in the future, we're gonna be doing stuff like that. And then I started my own research. I've always been in love with China and the things that they do, and learning about them and about the whole psychic development thing and whole healing thing. All of that fascinated me as a kid. And then when I discovered, oh, okay, you could actually study and do those type of things and actually make a living doing it, that's what started my journey on this whole spiritual slash being of service path, because I believe we are more powerful than what they have led us to think, believe, be all of that. Like I said, it's crazy, and like I said, I don't see how people can just be like, okay, none of that is possible, but yet and still everything we have in our house, everything that we use in this physical world was once a thought, was once energy, frequency, vibration. And look at us now. The stuff that they talk about in the old sci-fi books. This right here was talked about in old sci-fi books, and we're living it. So you can't tell me that the ability for us to heal ourselves and be, as they say, God is not possible. It is possible. Um, but that's what led me on to, like I said, to do what I do. But my preferred, like I said, thing of prayer is chanting. I love chanting because it vibrates everything. It vibrates the bones. It vibrates the cells. You can actually feel it, and I love that, and I love the way, like I said, it makes you feel. So that is my response. Ashe.
Ashe. Queen Mother Opulence.
You know, that is invoking a lot of introspection, because I don't know that I chose or that it was my destiny or a combination of, and I'm still receiving my path and how it is to be. Uh, I love children, and I am very masterful, grand masterful in working with the young. And that has been a rewarding
Excuse me.
experience for me. And through that, I learned that although I have no natural children, that I was to give them all that I had. And it became easy in certain settings. Well, not in every moment to give them all that I had, but during these moments of sharing with them. And they were like sponges, and I love it. But I came across a awareness that in dealing with the young, I had to deal with the older, their parents, the administrators. And I got to release that. Though that presented issues for me because for various reasons, being adults, being programmed, many reasons, they were not responsive in ways that were empowering to my spirit. And as I was guided into working with older people, the parents of the children who I'm calling in again, hmm, it's been a, you didn't ask me for the challenges, but this is what's coming. It's been real interesting because I do attract those who are enlightened. Fortunately, because I said I don't want them if they're not enlightened. Forging the path, and I mean enlightened, choosing to be enlightened, choosing to be in harmonious situations. Um, because it's not healthy for me to accept them in, even though I'm here to assist them with what I have to give them. They have to be for my energy more like the sponges of the young. And also so that when I open myself up more to working with their children, that they're receptive to my coming to them in a way that is harmonious. Yeah, and I'm working through this now as I'm speaking to you. My path is multidimensional. I work on the mental, physical, spiritual. I'm in the arts. I'm an artisan. I'm a craftsperson. I bring tools from way back. You're talking about Star Wars, Shanice. Got it, Shanice. I'm going back to Kemet. The ancient ones, the ancestors been coming to me from the Orishas recently. I mean, they've been flooding me with woo, and I'm loving it. But I choose on my path. I choose not to. I'm not the garbage collector. You know, let somebody else work on that for you. I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to deal with that. And more and more and more, it's getting better for me because I'm claiming, I'm naming. Don't bring me your BS on that level. And we all got garbage. To say that I'm a pure vessel, well, I will say that because that's what I'm calling for. I still have work to do, self healing to do. So my path that I'm on, my mission is for first and foremost. That's what it is. Being real with myself, taking care of myself. That's that's what it's about. And as other things are revealed to me, as I allow others into my vibration, as I welcome them in, as I am ready to receive them, perhaps a day will come when I will change what I have said, perhaps, and perhaps not. Why should I? Let them do their work. There's others that want to work on those other things. Give them work. Go there, go there. So by the time you enter into my vibration, your path is so is so clear that we can work on other things, on being in bliss, on being in creative harmony. We can create worlds upon worlds upon worlds upon universes upon riches of opulence and majestic journeys that transcend all the BS. So I came to this mission through trials and tribulation of being me, and here I am, and that's who I am. Ooh, and I'm not gonna be like Saul's wife. Oh, because if you turn back, you know what happens. Namaste, y'all. Thank you for the healing experience. Woo. Woo.
All right. That was wonderful. I know y'all think I'm like I'm moving around. I got like so many parts that I'm doing with this jars in a salad, salads in a jar. Um, let's see, who's next? I'm sorry.
Me, I think.
I know it's like harsh. It's such so powerful. Uh, Queen Mother just coming in hitting us with like some glam. I want to say body slam kind of situations. She's like, it's like one, two, three, pow, you're out. Okay?
Mm,
Yes.
mm,
Okay.
Okay. I go.
Yes, go, 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 go.
Yeah, the question was how did I find out my path? Or I think that was it. Was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Um, so I have to say, well, I mean, this is from the perspective of me now at almost 70. I couldn't have told you this even 10 years ago because I've come to, it's like all the different pieces of strands of my life have started to come and coalesce and see, I've been able to look back and see the whole picture and it makes sense. Whereas when you're in it at the time, you're like you're flying blind. You don't really know.
mm,
Um, so I would say I was born to be a um, what is called in some places a first wave volunteer. Um, the after the Second World War and they exploded the atomic bomb, it became necessary to bring in some help to this planet. And because the actual physical body of the planet was in danger, it meant they were allowed to interfere on a level that was not possible before because of the law of free will. So, what they did, oh, this really gets me. The call went out across the universes for those souls who were willing to come in here and make a difference and change it. Because the only way to prevent the destruction of the planet was to raise human consciousness to the level where that would be utterly unthinkable. And in order to do that, so us, we souls had to come in with enough frequency to be able to do that and change that. And coming in 1952, uh, it was like hitting concrete. I mean, it was concrete consciousness back then. Everything was purely physical, mental, 3D, um, right, wrong, duality. I mean, it was it. That was totally materialistic understanding of reality. And thousands of souls came in that first wave, and we came in to break that up. So I see us as like the stormtroopers the ones who come in first to really do the hard work. We like to break up this concrete consciousness and make it, open up the way for then higher frequency beings to come in after. And that's what I believe I am, who I am. And if I tell you my life story, which would take too long, but that's all I've been doing all my life. Although I sure didn't know it at the time.
Like,
You look at my life from the outside, from the point of view of like my family members, this woman is totally nuts. I mean, this woman is completely crazy. But I wasn't, because I was following that inner mandate, that inner destiny that I had to do, because it's what I came to do. And I can say at this point in my life, we did it. Because now we see, and now I see the second and third wave souls who are coming in now. Oh boy. Because they could not have come in if we hadn't come in and done that work, where we had to come into that concrete consciousness. We had to, as someone has said, drink the human Kool-Aid and live it out, like the self-hate programming, all the rest of it. We have to come in and experience it as real, and then go past it, go beyond it, and show that it is not real. And that opens the way for the whole collective consciousness to shift. And what we're in now, what's happening now across the world, I truly think would not ever have been able to happen, could not possibly have happened, if we first wavers had not come in when we did, and do what we did, which is pretty much mostly invisible. It's nothing. It's not out on the surface. You're not going to get awards for it or anything. Pretty invisible, but we did the work. That I can say absolutely from my heart. We did the work, and nobody can take that away from us. And at this point in my life, I really thought I was ready to leave. I'm nearly 70, and then I found out that actually they've told me I can stay longer. That there's still work to do if I want it. So of course I said yes, because that's who I am, right? So I'm not sure what that's going to look like or how that's going to unfold, but I'm here for the next level.
all right. Thank
Um,
you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. Um, I appreciate you for that. So, and I've been out. I'm going to share a little bit with me. I'm Dr. D, and how I am Dr. D, by the way, is by many trials and tribulations, thanks to my beloved Earth Angel that has transcended in 2015. She was my challenge, but brought me into who I am today, of being a person that heals and knowing who I am and what I am, and always believing in me, was my daughter I gave birth to in the 90s. I've always been weird, talking to the dead, seeing things. As a kid, I was always able to heal people as a kid. They would call me over to put my hands on somebody in church or from church to do something, and say, you know what, baby girls can go rub your daddy's back. His back is hurting, or go rub your god brother's shoulder because his shoulder's hurting. Just something like that. I never paid it any mind as a kid. It's like you just do. But the thing was that I seen spirits that would come to me 3 months before they come, and I spoke it. I didn't know it was taboo. You don't do that. So I would say, Pop, you came to me in my dream and you said that you're going to go over to the other side, and You gave me such and such. And he just sat there and smiled. And I said, okay. Now, my pop had been in the hospital, had cancer of the throat. And after that, I was labeled as a witch because they thought, why are you cursing him like that? But he and I knew that that was a reality. So then I got blessed with my daughter who understand all my idiocies of being different and not afraid to walk through the fire with me and say, okay, mama, I got you. If nobody understand you, I understand you, and it's okay. So she being young, a doctor, me being a young mom, was died, said there was nothing wrong with her. She had a kidney urinary infection. The medicine they gave her uh, stopped her kidney or gave her blood. So me and my mom took her to emergency room and they thought she was molested. They thought I was the molester or my stepmother was the molester or she was being molested at the childcare that she was going to because I was in school. So after they found it out, they was like, no, it's no big deal. We just give her medication, send her, went to a regular doctor. No big deal. And I just happened to go to move again from another state. And someone happened to look into it. And I said, look, there's something wrong with my daughter. She's got white spots in certain parts. If you know anything, your body, I'm saying this for a reason. Your face, your ear, your feet is a map of your whole entire body. That's a key point. I said where the spot was, it let me know she had a kidney problem. Now, here I am. I'm young. I'm in my 20s, my first child, 21. And I go and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with her. I was like, look, I need you to test her. I had Aetna US Healthcare. That plays a major part when you have good insurance. We're going to test her because we want to rack up the money. And it came back. And come to find out, my daughter had end-stage renal failure. The doctor had prescribed her medication was the wrong prescription when she was age 3. She gave it for somebody that was 23 and 100 and something pounds. Okay? But after months of going through that vicious cycle, something tuned into me that I need to be aware. So every time after that, anytime anybody has something, I was up for the challenge. I was in there searching and researching and going to alternative. So she is the reason why I'm Dr. D. So we went through end-stage renal failure. We went through end-stage renal failure where they were diagnosed her, said she had 30% of her kidney function at the age of 3. 3. And then I'm pregnant on top of that. So my baby's big, so I have to pick her up and carry her because I don't trust nobody. So she gave me my inner strength to know even when I'm tired, I'm ready to fight. And there's a warrior and healer in me. That's what my baby girl instilled in me. Even when I'm going through that, hold on, somebody's trying to come through. Tell her, hold on for 1 second. She's gonna, okay, we're gonna do this. Just say hold. But she brought that inner strength in myself of how to get it to be as one and how to make it work. Meaning always trust your intuition, always honor yourself. Another thing she did was by going through this illness and years of being on this diet, that diet. Now they couldn't figure out. First, she had high blood pressure. Doctor made a mistake and gave her medication for a cold to cause my daughter to say she thought bugs was crawling on her. So it was like, wow, step back and figure out what's going on. So after that, I found out there was an interaction with the high blood pressure medication they gave my child with the cold medicine that he prescribed that almost killed my child. Again, trusting the medical industry for the wealth for my child. After that, it was a wrap. I changed doctors and researched another doctor, and I'll never forget Dr. Seth Schulman at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. He was my biggest champion because I'm young. They didn't trust me. I told them what I went on. I had social workers against me. My daughter was my child. I had my daughter taken out of my hands from me and put in a hospital, forced to have a surgery that almost killed her. And the only thing I got was, I'm sorry. So you see why I say that we got to heal ourselves and trust our intuition. For that alone prepared me for who I am today. Because I had not did the research, had I not did the herbs and oils and alternative stuff that came to me, they were trying to figure out when she was 23 how she was still alive. That was the question a month before she died. How are you still alive and never, you don't take no blood pressure medicine, you don't take this, you don't take that. Only thing you do is you come in for dialysis. How are you alive? She's like, my mama, just like that. Because we learned you don't tell everything that mama does at home because she been through the fire with me. So like I said, doing the Reiki, doing this, doing prana, being a doula, she's been there thick and thin. Mom, I got you. Tried every diet from kidney diet, high blood pressure diet to what was it? Low sodium. They had her on like 5 different diets in 3 months, and I had to learn them. So then I became the food alchemist at the Culinary Institute of America while I was going to school. Only thing you did is bless me, baby. Thank you for making me take that and make me stronger. Because then it made me fight even harder. Because if I got to do this, I'm up for the challenge. So took it to another level. When I'm going through my business, I became a chef. I was the vegan chef. And then start talking about DNA and RNA. When I came out, I don't think anybody knew what I was talking about in 2006. My daughter's like, Mom, what you talking about? I said, you can reverse your DNA and RNA codes. It's easy. Let me show you how. Let mama begin the show. I started getting work for people for cancer, started getting work for kidney problems. My daughter, like I said, started from a young, but she took me on my journey to go there. So that being said, my daughter transitioned in 2015. She knew she was going to transition in 2013, and little by little, because she said, I want to be like you, Mama. I want to be able to read. I said, you don't want all the things and the gifts that I have, because with this gift becomes great responsibility. So I say out there to you as well, when you want to stop at a level, you can stop. And let me tell you, it comes with a cost when you stop growing and evolving. So I said, I don't want to feel all of this. I'm tired of helping everybody. I just want to be. And Spirit said, that's not what your life purpose is for. Just for you to be. It's who are you? You are. So I have to realize the great I am that I am. And when I realized that, everything changed. I was ready to say to my daughter, I release you from all things and everything from this life and every life contract we made, because I see your unhappiness. And the only reason that you're in that body, as sister would say, meat body, is to stay here for me. I'm okay. I know how to love. I know that I'm lovable. Thank you for teaching me that I am worth being loved and I am truly loved. What I always say, I am loved. I really had to walk the talk of being loved. So when I said to people, I love my enemies, they're looking at me like I'm nuts. There's a reason why. Because my enemies, I asked them to play that character in this life form. I asked them to be who they are in this life form to help me keep evolving and go back into my godship, which I came from. I didn't say a demigod. I don't want to be a demigod. I don't want to be a premortal. I done did that. So she is why I am Dr. D, the med physician, and why I can stand tall and give gratitude for all experience, all issues, all people that I've encountered in my life, no matter what. And let me know that you might blow on me, but I ain't gonna tumble down unless I want to tumble down. I ain't gonna step down unless I want to. She let me know that I can go through all obstacles. So I'm so grateful for her allowing me and choosing me as her mother. I am grateful because if I can do that, produce an earth angel walking around, woo! They must see something in me that I can never imagine. So it's only going to go up and far and soar from here. And I say that to everyone. You are a God. Recognize who you are. Walk in your power. Walk in your energy of love. Love conquers everything. I don't care. Racist, prejudice, hatred, anger. It conquers every single thing. Now, I'm not saying it's out there, but it does. I'm telling you, when you get to a point in your life, you'll just start to smile when somebody do something to you. You just like, wow, just like that. So I don't know who needed to hear that today, but I give you that, and I hope it touched some part of your heart. If you're in there searching who you are, that you find it and deeply look into that God within yourself. As I've said time before, I am not from here. I told my baby girl and showed her her ship. Call me crazy, call me whatever. Just call me Dr. D and we be okay. I told her when her time was coming from Hawaii, there was a star. We are our stars. That's where we come from. Stars, stardust. I said, you're ready to, I said, that's your star. When you're ready to go home, you call on them and they say, okay, baby, they got you. She started going out there staring at the sun, checking. She said, Mom, it freaked me out for about a week. And then she said, I realized you knew who you are. You know who you are. You darn right I know who I am. I have a purpose. I have a strong purpose. I'm here. Like I said, anytime a woman can get hit by an 18-wheeler head on and live and walk and talk, I have nothing wrong with me. Went right back to work as a nurse. Okay? Fell off the side of the mountain, drove off the side of the mountain and dropped and broke my C1 to C7 that told me I'll be a walking vegetable. You tell me that people came up and looked at me and tried to study who is this that can walk like that and be able to talk. I walk, I talk, and sometimes I can even run. Might be a little heavy on the thick side, but hey, I love all my curves and all of that and then some. I'm just saying, I know who I am. I want you to know who you are, sisters. It's our time to recognize who we are, the energy we present. Tap in. And I just say I'm Dr. D, and we're going to go in, and I'm going to let this young lady in. So, I will, share. Share whatever you like at this present point, my loves.
Well, I'm gonna say this has been very rewarding, and healing in the last segment for my last segment for me, and listening to each of you, a blessing. And your story, Dr. D, is very magical and rich. And I thank you for creating the platform for us to have this opportunity to go through the doors of many colors, because they are plentiful, and I see them opening, I see them closing, and if you need me, if you require my energy, feel free to call. I will answer. Namaste, Hotepu, Ankh, Uja, Sinep. Hmm, I feel good.
You,
Hmm.
thank you, thank you. I just gave me a chance to send off. I know she's like, oh my gosh, she's taking so long. But you know what? I always learned everything is all in divine time. Everything is all in divine time. Who is supposed to be here at the post is at the post. And my mama Oracle said, whoever wants to show up will show up, and whoever don't worry about it. Keep going on. Even if it's just you, you do it like you got a whole everybody in there and you just make it work. So if anybody don't know who Mama Oracle is, you go back and look in archives. That's my mama. That's my cheerleader. When I'm down, I can look up and say, Mama such and such. And then I was telling her, I was like, I got these dots and things that's going on, and then colored my hair blue and da 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 da. And she says, you know who you are. That was her. You know who you are, baby girl. And I'm proud that you know who you are. That's encouragement. When the universe gives you something, and she's a gift, like she says, she might not be my mother, but I'm her daughter in every sense. And she says the apple don't fall too far from the tree. That's her favorite saying, because she's so magnificent. If I can be a quarter of the energy that she has, I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, look up Mama Oracle, aka Denise Lau Cooks. I love her with all my heart. And she came from LA to Arizona to support me. That's love. That's love. I had a little incident in LA, and my mama knew from my voice. I said, Mom, I'm in LA. She said, where you at? She got in her car and came and picked me up. It was something going on with my car, and I was a little bit upset. And my mom's like, I'm ready to do battle now. Let's go. I was like, it's okay, Mama. She's like, no, we're going to do this. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have a mama, the universe will provide you with a mama of love when you need it. Because I was like, I'm grown now. I don't need no mama. Yeah, I might think I'm grown, but I still got somebody to answer to that'll pull my coattails. And I appreciate that, because I know it's done in love, what she says. And the things that we have so much in common that it was like, whoa. The universe knew what he did when he gave me my mama. And if it wasn't for Shanice, that's how I met Mama Oracle. It's through you. You didn't know that.
I love all these connections. Yes, I love it. I love
So
it.
that's beautiful. And then
Yes.
I met Carol in Belize from my friend Susan. Where's she at? From my friend Susan. that was living in the houses that's beautiful in Belize because I was going to reside there. And she was doing massages, a chair massage in Belize. And I met her and I just decided to talk to her. And didn't know she was from Arizona. Didn't know she was from the Deer Tribe like me and did all the work in the armory. It was like, whoa.
Wow.
I haven't got a chance to meet other Mother Opulence in person, but I know that day's coming because she's such a fantastic woman. I have to show you a picture that I created called a key portal with brass, gold, and all these gemstones. And then I thought about it and I went back and I was what my friend called them as port keys. He called them port keys. And I didn't even know what that was. So I want to thank you for being an inspiration from a distance, but really not from a distance, standing right beside me. That your work, that I didn't even know what I was doing. I was in a trance doing, making these things out of staff, out of eucalyptus tree limbs. Didn't know what I was doing. Got these carving, and all of a sudden my brother said, okay, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. I got a saw, and I was doing that. I said, well, I'm going to make me a staff. The staff turned into something else, and my friend said, that's a porta key. Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
So everybody here, I had a beautiful connection and a blessing. Let me see. We're waiting for her to come and wait for her. Like, oh my gosh. But it's okay because she's got the yoga segment. And that's another thing that you will see. I'm going to always have exercise. You were talking about Qigong. I love Qigong. And okay, she's in. I love Qigong. It brings such an energy, but I've also do Falun Dafa, which is also a beautiful thing as well, because it strengthens the mind, body, and soul as into one. And I am so grateful for that.
What's the name of it again?
Falun Dafa, Falun Dafa, Dafa, Dafa. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay. Okay. We did that. We're going to see that. So this is Dr. Valentine. Let's see.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So she's coming from Florida. And she's very well versed in Kemetic. Very, very well Kemetic. And that's good. Hold on. What is going on? So,
Dr. D.
I'm not
yes.
100% sure which is the best place to put the camera, but we'll get it there so we can get right into our yoga. Is everyone prepared to do some sort of exercise?
Yes.
It's not going to be very strenuous. As long as you have a space. Is there anyone who cannot get on the floor or on a mat on the floor? All right, so everybody can get on the floor. Awesome. Well, would you want me to go
For
ahead?
me, I can't get on the floor right now. I'm
I
working two
can't hear
cameras.
you. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. All right, which one did I boot out? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm the only one that can't get on the floor right now because I
Oh,
got two kids working. Anybody
okay.
else that wants to participate, let me know if you can or you can't. That's what she's asking, if you want to participate with her while she does these exercises.
Oh,
I can't hear you.
Absolutely. This is not for me. This is for you.
yes.
Right.
All righty. So I'm going to put some music on
I got
and we'll get started. Um, Tell me, beloved, how much time do you want for the
Um,
exercise portion?
let's do it for 20 minutes. Is that good?
All right.
Can you do that?
Perfect. All right. All righty. Let me know the volume if this is too loud. Can you hear that? Can you hear the music? For some reason, I cannot hear you, but I'm going to move forward, and hopefully, everyone can hear the music. My husband's in the next room teaching a class, so I don't want to make it too loud. But I want to share this time with you. My phone, someone's trying to reach me. My phone is always ringing, so apologize for that break. So, what we're going to do, yes, I had a slight sprain in my wrist, so that's what it's about. So let's sit whatever way is comfortable for you. All right, this is your time. This is the time where nothing else exists but you. Nothing but you and the music and your breath. We're here together because we've been invited. How nice is that? How often do we get invited just to be with each other? So I'm asking that for the next 15 to 20 minutes, you tune into my voice, tune into your own breath, even more so. So let's just start with a very slow inhale for the count of 6, and then we're going to hold our breath for the count of 4. I'm going to exhale for the count of 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. 7. Let it all out. Pull the belly in. Inhale. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly in. 7, 8. Inhale one more time. Guys, my phone keeps ringing because someone that I had been trying to reach is now reaching out to me. Doesn't it happen that way? All right, with an inhale, I don't know how many of you are already yogis. If you've never done yoga before, it's nothing to be concerned about. It's everything to learn and appreciate. If you are an experienced yogi, then you can do an ujjayi breath, which is you're going to take, whenever you breathe in, you're going to breathe in and hear the sound in the back of the throat. I don't know, you can hear that, and it sounds like that. So we're going to inhale. I'm sorry, I just must let them know that I am not available. They'll find out. They'll find out. Okay. All right. So we're going to inhale, shoulders up, and just let them drop. Do it again. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Let it all out. So now, with every breath, you're going to breathe through the nose and out through the nose. Okay? Every movement will be a movement with breath, either inhaling or exhaling. Never push yourself. Never go farther than you feel comfortable. Just enjoy the movement. What we're doing right now is just relaxing the body and moving into a space. And that's what yoga means. Yoga means union. Okay? So we're going to inhale and slowly turn to your right. Turn your head as far back as you like and hold it. Exhale and inhale here. And exhale here in the same spot. Now, as we turn, inhale and exhale to your left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Turn front, inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to rock forward, chin up, chin down, lean back. Inhale, exhale, belly in, pull everything in. Lead with your chest going up and exhale. One more time. Inhale. This time, hold it up and just let your chest open up to the world. Let your heart open and stay there for a moment. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to go back, and this time you're going to pull your arms forward. Hold it right here and feel that stretch across the shoulders. Feel the release of tension there. Inhale deeply, come up, and roll the shoulders back. 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lean to the side. Raise your arm up and over. And if you're advanced and you're already warm up, you can go down until your elbow and arm, forearm are on the floor. Come up and exhale. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to go onto the knees in what is commonly called just on all fours. We'll just call it that. All right, so we're going to do cat cow. Head up just like we did when we were sitting. Now do the same thing. Roll your belly up, up, up. Hold it here. Exhale. Inhale. Head up, belly down. Arch the back. Inhale. Pull the belly in and down as you exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, we're just going to rock. Move your arms a little bit forward and go back as though you want to sit on your heels, but don't sit. Come up and keep your knees down and go forward. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch and hold. Inhale up. And this time, keeping your arms near your body, go down halfway and up and all the way down. We're going to do that one more time. Let me move back a bit. Okay. Inhale, rise. And exhale, halfway down. Inhale. And this time, sit on the heel. Relax your arms. Relax your head. If you can, rest your head on the mat and take a deep breath. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, come up. Okay, so now you're going to take your right foot forward and just hold your arms, rest your hands not on the knee, never on the knee, midway between your hip socket and your knee, right on your thigh. Okay? And you want to make sure that your knee never passes your toes. They could really be right in line with your ankle. Or you can pull it farther ahead. And now we're going to give a nice stretch right to the front of the body. Okay, so lean forward and back and forward and back and forward. Keeping your toe on the floor as much as you can. So the foot is in a point when you go back, right? And back. And this time, lean forward and hold as far as you can go. And you can rest your hands to the side or place them where we had them before and just feel that stretch. Nice. Now, hands down. Turn the toes under in the back and just lift. Lift up and stretch both legs out. Inhale and let that knee touch the floor again. Lift up again. Stretch both legs out. Your heel and the back toward the floor. Inhale and rest. Now this time, you can turn the top of the foot back down because this time when we go back, we're going to let the toes come up and keep the heel on the floor. All right? Inhale and bend over, bringing the forehead toward the knee. It doesn't have to touch. Inhale and point the foot down. Stretch. Come back again, lifting the toes. Inhale and bend. Hold it here. Inhale and exhale with a big smile on your face. Inhale, coming up, and exhale. So let's just gently change. But before we put the other one up, let's stay straight up on the knees, arms up, and down as we exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. This time we're going to go back. Exhale as we're going to sit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and sit. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Look at the clock. Inhale and sit. Very nice. So let's come forward. And this time, bring your left foot forward. Hands on the thigh till you feel sure of yourself. Inhale. Exhale, keeping the toes on the floor if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's slow that down a bit. Inhale. Exhale. The toe is still on the floor. Head, heel, and toe. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale. All right. So now this time we're going to come back. Turn the toes up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, as we come forward, the foot comes back down. Lean forward. Turn the back toes under. And lift. Back heel toward the floor. It doesn't have to touch. And forward. Making sure that the breath is the most important thing that you're thinking of right now. How am I breathing? Am I relaxed? Heel toward the floor. Hold it here for a breath. And exercise is one of the most important things we can do to give ourselves some peace of mind. Okay? Last time, knee up, both legs straight. Hold it. And exhale. And come forward. Bring both knees together.
Now, this is something that might be quite intense. So you do it as you feel comfortable. But most of the time, we do not stretch our feet well enough. So we're going to turn our toes under, right? You're going to be on your toes. So curl your toes. Actually, they're curled up, really. And you're going to sit on your heels. So it looks like this. Instead of the feet being down, the feet are like this. And you're going to sit and lean back on those feet. Now, if it's extremely painful, that means this is something that you really could use. But do it just a little bit and hold it. If you're accustomed to stretching your feet and putting weight on your feet, then just relax. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Send love to your feet. And exhale. So now let's take the weight off of the feet and just hit the feet together to loosen them up. Relax them again. All right. So there's one other thing we're going to do that you never seem to miss in a class, and of course that's down dog. So you're going to put your hands out in front of you, come up, curl your toes, and then straighten both legs, both arms, pull up on the belly, inhaling and relaxing. Stretch those arms out. Reach your body down between your arms and let your heels go down toward the floor. They don't have to touch. Okay? Inhale. And as you exhale, let's just bring the body forward into a plank. Lift your bottom up on your toes, and bring your body back down and bring your heels down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up on the toes again and wave your body forward. Make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders. Lift your body up out of your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. We would normally do a chaturanga, but not right now with an injured wrist. Okay, so lift and heels down. Stretch. Inhale deeply. And let's come back to a seated position the way we started, because that's 20 minutes. Now you could recognize that if this was difficult for you, it's all good. The reason being, yoga is the union of the mind and the body, correct? But we know that there's no difference between the mind and the body. The body is a reflection of our minds. And what I love about yoga is that when you find a very challenging pose, for instance, if being on your feet was extremely painful and yet you managed to do it and breathe, the most important thing is to breathe. And normally we don't want to feel pain. We can feel intensity. But if you're feeling real pain, back off. The more you hold, so none of the poses we did today were extremely challenging, with the exception of that one might have been, the one where you sat on your feet. However, when you do some of the poses, when you go to yoga and you learn, and some of you are yogis, so you know what I mean. If you are holding a position and it seems like the teacher is saying, taking forever and just talking while you're holding the pose, when you're breathing and your focus is on your breath, what happens is you begin to say, I can do this. I can do this. That carries into the real yoga, which is your life, when you get off of the mat and you find yourself in a challenging situation, you find yourself saying, breathe, I can do this. I can do this. So, from my heart to yours, I thank you for this opportunity to share with you. And I'm going to turn it right back over now. I think all I do is just shut my mouth, right? I hope this was helpful. I don't have my glasses, so I don't see you. I can't hear you. Is anyone speaking?
Hello. I had to
Oh,
now.
I'm no longer in my earphones. I thought you were. Oh dear. I hope you could hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. You're doing beautiful. I heard
Okay.
you the whole entire time.
Oh, okay, because all the time I thought I had my earplugs on and they just now went on.
It's all good. Everything is in accordance of what
In
it's supposed to
divine
be.
order, for sure, for
There
sure.
you go. So you gave me time to do the prep work. Yes,
Well, I
Mason's in
must
the yard.
go. I have an emergency. That's what they were calling me. So I
Okay.
apologize. I'm going to go because I must take care of this emergency. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope it was
No
helpful.
problem. It was.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. And blessings to you.
Okay. Take
All right.
care.
Thanks. Okay, everybody. Let's see. I've gotten so much stuff that I am doing. So I'm gonna try to let you see it from a different perspective. Nope. We'll keep on rocking and rolling. Okay. So I'll let you see it from there. So this is what we're doing. So you can see all my stuff that I've done. We're gonna do a salad in a jar. So what the first salad I am going to make, what I want you to see is a 3-bean salad. And I have a mason jar. But what we're gonna do is take everything and put it in a bowl. And what I have is I'm gonna show you each ingredient. This is my metal bowl for you to see. And what we're going to do is put some beans in here, kidney beans. So that's the rest of that. And let's see. I guess it's so you can see everything. Okay. Then you have the wax bean. You have so yeah, the wax beans, and then you have the regular green beans. Now you can get them fresh, and it takes a while to cook or steam if you want. So what I didn't do, going to basically toss this with a fork. Okay. And this is, I wanted to do this. I didn't cut any shallots, but I definitely want to cut some shallots so you can see. Now, the thing is that I want you to be aware of is that some things that are been going on that I don't do a lot of meal prep and I have to eat every 2 hours. So with that being said, I said, what can I do that no matter what? And the thing is, I know as corny as it sounds, I love salads. I really love salads. So I decided to do this recipe, three beans salad. I grew up with this as a kid and actually love the recipe, three bean salad. Not everybody can make it. So, and then we're going to do a Southwestern salad. And if you like, if you're not vegan or if you're not, um, you can change it and add chicken or you can add beef or whatever floats your boat, tuna. Um, we're going to do some Asian salads as well. So I want to do something very simple, not very hard that you can actually do. And just for me, and it's good to have a good knife so you're not, struggling, if you will. And cut the scallions. You can put as much or less as you like. So I'm just going to cut the scallion, and guess what? We're going to put it in with our green beans. Okay, you're going to put it in there. Very quiet, simple. You need some celery seeds. You need some vinegar. I choose, I just had it. I have celery seeds and some vinegar. You use apple cider vinegar, which is better and more nutrients. That is fermented and is a natural probiotic as well. It's the same thing. So we're going to put that in there. And what you do, see that? What I'm going to do is put the sauce on top and just toss it. Mm-hmm. And there we go. There we go. So I want to get all the full flavor of it, everything. I don't want to miss a drop or a beat. I wish I had an overhead camera. And you let it marinate in there, get the celery seeds and the seasoning. And then after you finish that, you can, because I want it to actually really marinate really good, you can take this and put this on the refrigerator. And this is what you look like when you have. Okay, that's celery seeds. So you can put it in a jar, but I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it marinate for me to have when it's that time. Now, I'm going to make my Southwest salad, and I want to make a Southwest salad dressing that is made with chipotle. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Now, I am going to use my food processor. Or you can do like this. You use a food processor, a blender, whatever you want. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Gonna put that right there. And what you're gonna do, that's how you get out an avocado. See. That's me being too greedy. Uh-oh. Ah. Look at that. Beautiful. So as it comes out or come off, like when the skin comes off like that. We want to thank Dr. Valentine for coming on our show and doing some exercises with us so it coincides with everything healthy. Avocados have gotten a bad rap. Yes, they're high in fat, but they're the good fat that you can use for your body. And as well as coconut oil, that's good for your body. All depends on which one you get. I like raw coconut, unrefined, but unrefined has still the coconut smell and taste. If you don't mind that it's good. It's much better when you get the virgin coconut oil. I like to use extra virgin olive oil, not for cooking per se, not to cook in it, but more preferably to use it as a dressing afterwards where no heat is applied, because the composition of the olive oil actually changes when you use it. So I got that, and I'm going to put this in front of me a little bit, move my little surroundings. Forgive me, but I have to throw this in the trash, else it will drive me a little bit to be uncomfortable with things not being organized. So I have to get rid of my trash as I go. Helps me so much. Just like that. Always has been. No, I can't say that one, but got to be parent. I guess, yeah, when I became a parent, then I became obsessed with wow, it just really wants to keep dropping, doesn't it? Can you see it? Okay. This is the food processor. Okay, put the blade down. Okay, got the avocado in here. These are plates and bowls to show you what it looks like. Okay. Gonna put that in there. And since it's already in there, so I'm gonna take this. And what I'm gonna do is turn it on. So it gets to be smooth. Okay, so what I am going to do is put a little bit of the scallions in there. Okay, so it's up to you if you really like the onion flavor of what you're going to do. As you can see, this is a big scallion, and I am going to toss that a little. So what you can do is turn it on. Scallion in there. Put the cilantro in there. That goes in there. Also, want to put some garlic in there. Okay. And also you want to put some of the chili powder in there. For that Southwest flair. And then we have some limes that we're going to put in. Now, I do a half a lime because I like the lime flavor. Plus, when you do lime, it actually doesn't oxidize the guacamole so fast. So it's up to you. Since this is a salad and I know that it's going to be in the refrigerator until I use it maybe for a couple of days. So that's done. And what I am going to do is give, I just added a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in there. And you put salt in there, the Southwest. And also you can put chipotle in there, which is very, very good. Where did my olive oil go? Be right back. Olive oil in. Now I'm not cooking this, so it's a little bit, it's good. I didn't add any salt, as you can see, which is another beautiful thing. So to give it a color in Southwest color and vibrancy, I'm going to put some Himalayan salt. That's my salt of choice. Just a pinch. Okay. And also, I'm going to show you a chipotle pepper. And I think I'll just use, because I want to change it a different color. And I want that Southwest flavor all the way through and through. I'm going to use about 4 of them. Okay. And then we're going to put it on again. then just add a little. See how that changed right away? Now what you want to do is stop it and actually have the olive oil that's around. Smush it down or have it down. And it smells so yummy. You got your cilantro, got your oil. Just delicious. Wow, it is divine. Okay. Now, since it's a mason jar in there, here we're going to get a mason jar, and we're going to put the items in the mason jar. Okay. We're going to take this jar, take that salad dressing. Now, you're going to put it at the bottom. If you want it a little bit thinner, which I probably do, I can add like maybe a little bit more, add like a vinegar or something to it. What I'm going to do is just shake it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to shake it up a little bit. Okay. Maybe 2 tablespoons. And I'll just stir it up so that it does what I should do. Okay. Now let me tell you what you do. How you're going to add this. We got our corn. We got our beans. And we got our red peppers. So what we're going to do is add the beans. And then we're going to add the corn on top. It's like layering. Okay. Layering. Okay, and then we're going to add the corn. Then you're going to add the peppers. Okay. Then you're going to add cilantro. I like to add a little chili powder to even lively up those. Okay. Now for me, I'm going to add a little bit of spinach. Always got to have a little something extra for me. Take the spinach. I have some red cabbage. Okay. Then I have some lettuce. Now, if you want to put tomatoes and put cucumbers or whatever, you can do so. Then for me, I like to add some carrots. But I probably would have did. I just seen them. I forgot that I had these carrots. So that's that one. And if you want to add, by the way, if you want to add onions, you can. And this is the result that you get after that effort. So this is salad in a jar. And what I like to do is because I'm going to be making a couple so that when I feel like eating, instead of buying the prepackaged salads, you can actually have your own in a jar and it's healthy and add anything you want. And I suggest, like I said, if you want tuna, if you want fish or whatever you want to add protein, if you want tofu, what you can do is marinate it, cook it, whichever the thing in the Southwest dressing, and let it marinate, cook it, and put it to the side so that you can actually have it at another time. So what you're seeing is I did some prep work for the three bean salad. We also did the Southwest salad. At another time, I will show you an Asian salad, which I was going to do, but it seems I've actually run over time, and that I hope that you enjoyed Food Alchemy Network. I am Dr. D, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday, and we will be switching, like I said, on June 20th to Saturday. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everybody.